Hello, homesteaders. It's good to be with you again today. I'd like to talk to you just a little bit about energy. That's one of the 5 things that we really work on the homestead. The 5 things are shelter, energy, food, water, and sanitation. Energy is on everybody's mind right now with oil shortages and everybody trying to use wind power and solar. Well, we've been doing this for a long time, and I've been dealing with solar power for about 40 years, since it just began way back in the middle 60s. And of all the different alternative types of energy, which would include water power, where you put a generator into the water, or wind power, where you put it way up on a pole, I really prefer solar. And the reason is because it's so simple and so dependable, and right now it's the cheapest alternative power source available. So for those reasons, I prefer solar. It has some other things I really like. It's expandable. If you have a small budget, which almost all of us do when we start, you can start with a small system, and it's very easy to add to that system over time. Most people that I know that use solar will have several different systems that have come about as they needed them. They'd add another one and another one and another one. That's one of the really nice things about solar. If you think about it, with wind power or with water power, you're using something mechanical, and the wind or the water is basically just beating that tool to death. And that's why you're going to need a lot more maintenance with it. Whereas with solar, those panels will last 50 or 60 years. Yes, they will degrade a little over time, and by that I mean they'll make just a little bit less power after 10 years than they made when they started. But they still work beautifully, and what you do 10, 15 years later is simply add another panel to the array, and you just go right along. So no moving parts on solar, it just works year after year. The solar that we have here, the oldest panels are almost 30 years old, and they've worked every day 24/7, and they're still working just fine. So that's why I like solar. If you have any questions, I always love to get questions about these things. And if you need help with your solar, we have a good section in our training manual, which is absolutely free to you. You can pretty much learn everything you need to know about solar. And we've tried to make it really simple. And it has a real simple solar system that you can put together, and it tells you step by step how to do that. And over time, we'll have more YouTube presentations here about different systems that we have here on our place, so that you get an idea of how a small system can really be helpful and a larger system can be helpful, and how all these things fit together. Thanks for your time. Hope to see you real soon. And remember, keep your eyes on the sky, because he's coming back real soon.
Yes, we're all in a master plan, though the things we do are just grains of sand. When these things are touched by the master's hand, then our lives turn into mountains in a master plan. Yes, our lives turn into mountains in a master plan.
Dang it, you have a camera. I can't just chuck the knife into the fiberglass.
You do realize the camera records audio too.
Yeah, but you're gonna cut the audio.
Maybe.
I've seen you make these videos before. You're gonna cut the audio. It doesn't matter. I can say things like throwing knives into fiberglass.
Yeah, There's the knife for evidence. Hello, YouTube bloopers at the end of the video.
You are not putting that at the end of the video.
With the music going over?
You can't even hear me. I'm completely safe. Ha!
That's not what I was saying. They could definitely hear you.
Oh.
I'm just saying the music would make the audio messy.
I can cut out music. I'm sure that's no problem. Don't hold me to that, YouTube.
You can't prove anything. See? No knife. No proof. No knife. No evidence.